crazy, baby, chill. Don't medicate, just meditate. You waking up now, well, baby, you hella late. Educate, look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate, separate and segregate. Don't celebrate quite yet, the storm is coming, Q, for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate. The values of our country and our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight, pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate through fear and force, forcing us to sit and wait till we come together, congregate, and then we liberate. Praying that you give me strength to find some love amongst the hate. Marching on these streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Troubadour and troubled souls, one of God's servants. Blades out, cut the grass till we see the serpents.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, but chose to just neglect it. Deflected by some breaking news, oh, we just accept it. Expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objective, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been arrested. Read it in the testament, these children are protected. So I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be directed, lying not a sheep. Only kneel to my God, so I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it on the cheek. Drink from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition, or I'm gonna start resisting and then I'll pray for forgiveness.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now. We need you now. We need you now. One day, one day, one day. Oh, one day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone.
Hello, 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 and welcome everybody to today's live stream. It's so incredible to have each and every single one of you here today. It is a complete honor for me to be speaking to you guys today with the things that I will be speaking about. There are some important things that we have to talk about today. This will be a bit of a different live stream than what I normally do. And I'm going to say a couple things here that may be helpful or required. First of all, if there's anyone who volunteers to be a moderator here on Twitch and also on the YouTube channel, please let me know. I could use a good or a few good moderators. The things we're going to be talking about are not wanting to be talked about by a lot of people, okay? Yesterday, something incredible happened to me. I was in the middle of a TikTok live. We had a lot of people in there, and we were talking about the things that are happening right now currently in society that are against the good and the best for humanity in every single possible way. And the bomb that dropped on me is that I am completely done. I'm completely done not speaking the truth. I'm completely done holding anything back. I'm completely done remaining silent about the truth of what is happening here, now, and in society. And I know without a doubt that that is why I am here. I know that that is without a doubt why we are here, by the way, to help spread the word, to help spread the truth, and to speak out against anything or anyone who would like to limit us in our expression, our choices, our freedom, and why we are here to be and what we are here to do on this planet right now. The forces that be right now, the forces that be right now that are controlling and are in control of society are an illusion. They are not real. They are not who they appear to be. There is a darkness that has crept forth upon this earth and upon this plane. There is a gathering of darkness that has crept forth upon this plane, and there's a gathering as well of the light. And we need each and every single one of us, each and every single one of you, to be ready to fight for what is right. I promise you, it was shown to me yesterday that those of us who will be speaking the truth will be attacked. Those of us who are speaking the truth, those of us who are speaking out against the tyranny that is occurring in the world right now will be attempted to be silenced in many ways. But we will not be silenced. We will not stop speaking. We will not stop being who and what we are. We will not stop. Hear me loudly here and now. We will not stop. We will speak the truth, no matter what the cost is. And we will not be silenced. There are very real forces that be that do not want these things to be spoken. And the more that they are spoken out against, the more they will attempt to grip and to control what is said and what is expressed. The most powerful weapon of light that each and every single one of us has is our ability to speak and express ourselves freely in every single way, through every single part of our soul. And the attempt to silence or to censor or to restrict our ability to express through the power of our choice, through the power of our free will, is a direct violation of our rights as human beings, of our rights as Americans, as our rights to be and to stand and to express in God's country. This country was founded upon by people who believed in God. This country was founded upon the principles that believed in God and a higher power. It was never founded upon the premise that we as humans know what is best all the time. It was never founded upon any lengths of control. It was never founded upon the principles that it is okay to censor and to restrict the freedom of choice and expression of the fellow Americans. We have created protections, documents, codes, and rules to protect these freedoms, not just of this country, but of us as human beings. Because America knows, God knows, that this is our right as a human being, not just as an American. There is a reason why America is the leading superpower in the world. You know why? Because we stand for what is right, and we fight for what is right. And other countries now are following our lead, following suit in the example that we have set. And so we must remain strong, and we must know that we are setting the stage and setting the example for the world. Right now, with each and every single one of us, each and every single one of our choices, we are setting the stage for the world. We are not being shown it, but the world is rising up. If you look across the world, in France, in many parts of the UK, in Australia, and soon to be the US, the people are rising up. We are not being shown this, but the people have had enough. We have had enough. Let my voice and let this energy, which by the way is a reflection of the collective for which I lead and channel for, set your soul ablaze with the fire and the lion that is required to fight against this darkness. It is no longer a theoretical principle or an imaginary 5D tale. Mark my words, we are heading into spiritual warfare. We are heading into a battle of light versus dark, and they have a massive army. So my brothers and my sisters, hear me now. We are not each other's enemy. Your fellow Americans, your fellow human beings are not your enemy. If they disagree with you, if they don't like you, if they try to put you down, if they act out of fear or shame or spitefulness or get triggered, they are not your enemy. We must stand united or fall in separation. This is the only way that we can unite against the common enemy of the darkness which has infiltrated the powers that rule this country. I've held my tongue long enough. There is evil that has infiltrated the powers that be. The things that we have done, the things and the decisions that the administration and the powers that be in this country have not been rooted in light. Every single one. You do not leave our fellow Americans in foreign countries to be killed and to be taken over by a force that is rooted in pure evil. You do not abandon our own people to be slaughtered and then tell us that this is okay. Tell us that it is not their fault. Tell us that it was the best thing that they could have done. This is not okay. You do not have the power to censor because you believe you know what is right. Because you do not. You do not have the power to control and to dictate what we put into our bodies and what we choose not to put into our bodies. You do not have this power. Let it be very clear that this will not stand. And I will make it my life's mission to ensure that this darkness falls. That is why I'm here. And I believe it is why we are all here today as well. But we must stand together. We must unite. And we must respect and encourage each other's perspectives and points of views. That is the only way that we will see the common theme of which we are all up against today and in the coming months. Let it be known, here and now, there is nothing that can ever stop us. There is nothing that will ever stop me. And there's nothing that can ever defeat the light army that we are creating through our transformational and truth-oriented talks and appearances. All of us will show the way. So here's the strategy. Here's the strategy because it requires, as I was reminded by a very special feminine of mine, it requires being smart. It requires strategy. It requires more than just brute force and passion. We must be willing to participate in the structure and the game that they have put out for us. Our sword is our microphone. Our sword of light is our speech and our expression. And each and every single one of us can play our part by expressing what you truly feel, what we truly feel deep inside at all times, without hesitation, without restriction, and without fear. This, if you're wondering how to involve yourself, how to be part of this army of light, it is through your dedication to your own truth. Not to anyone else's truth, not to my truth, not to your friend's truth, not to your parents' truth, not to anyone else around, but your own truth will ignite and awake the other souls around you to speak. And each and every single one of us, I've been told by another feminine power friend of mine, Shaylee. Shaylee and Paola, thank you so much if you are here. But each and every single one of us that awakens has dramatic, positive effects and consequences for the world overall. Each and every single one of us, I'm going to share this channeled information which comes from Shaylee Moultrie, if she's here. Thank you. Each one of us as individuals has a higher self connected to us that is outside of and protecting and overseeing the status and the state of the earth. And as each one of us awaken that etherical tether, which I talked about on my Instagram live, the etherical tether we have to our spiritual self, our higher self, our deeper self, we create disturbances and holes of light that penetrates the aura of darkness that surrounds us now. Massively so. One person, each person. And that is all it takes. And if you, each and every single one of you, I challenge you here now through the power of unconditional love and light, if you can just awaken one person, if you can just express your truth to one person who needs to hear it, who may be trapped in their own illusion or facade, or fearful of expressing and knowing their own truth, then I honor you. Because you are playing your part. You are playing your part. And I honor you, and I honor that. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for honoring these words and this energy. You are all more powerful than you know. So thank you. And here's what we'll do. I don't know how much longer TikTok will allow me to continue to speak about what I was speaking about. But it is very important that I continue to speak about what I was speaking about on TikTok yesterday. Some of you guys may have seen it, some of you guys haven't, and that's okay. But as a backup, I will be transitioning to Twitch fully over time. I knew there was a reason. I've been guided, as some of you guys know, to start to transition over to Twitch. I didn't know why at the time, and now I know, because Twitch will allow for full freedom of speech without censorship from the powers that be. And so we will build together a massive audience, a massive army of light workers on Twitch, the platform. And we will talk freely, and we will express, and we will discuss, and we will have conversations without restriction. And we will protect it as well. Through the power of unconditional love here now, it will be so. Thank you, guys. Yes, I made a plan, Melanie. Backup will be Twitch. And if Twitch starts censoring, then we will go to somewhere else. And if they start censoring, we'll go to somewhere else. There will never, ever be a shortage of platforms that we can go to continue to speak. That I know. So, thank you, guys. Claudia, thank you. By the way, Claudia, I just want to tell you something. I realized this morning. You likely had a better instinct than I to begin to mute and or ban people. And when I do get on TikTok, I want you to have the full ability to ban who you feel is a threat to the freedom of speech on that platform, because I know it was the people who hopped into that live stream that did not agree that helped to shut it down. And so I do apologize for restricting or letting you know perhaps I was too open with it. Perhaps I was too lenient. And so I just want to say I trust your instincts in the future. Okay. So thank you. All right, let's get into the heart of the live stream. Thank you guys for hearing me out. I had to get that one out. There's also transition for me personally. I don't mean or it's not my intention to make this about me, but just so you guys know where I'm at, I think it's important you know where I stand right now. There's a very special divine feminine who I have a very special relationship with. Her name is Paola Michelle. She's on TikTok and she's preparing, and she will be the next Twin Flame Divine Feminine channeler for this collective. I have a very strong feeling I will be transitioning away from the Twin Flame updates and Twin Flame collective readings, and Paola will be taking over. And I will be instead transitioning to speaking about what I need to speak about when it comes to COVID, the vaccines, censorship, mandates, and all the rest of the stuff. So when that happens officially, I will let you know. But there will be someone to take my place who is even more powerful in that regard than I am. So I'm looking forward to that transition. But things will be transitioning very soon here. In fact, I believe it happened yesterday. So we will continue to have a weekly live stream, but just know here and now that things are in the middle of a big shift. And there's been a plan that has been made behind the scenes to facilitate all of this. Okay? So thank you guys. And I would not be doing this if I did not trust her fully with what she's about to do for all of us. Okay. Here we go. So here's what we're going to be doing today. Besides all of that needed to get out. Oh, good. You guys know Paola already. We're going to be doing a tarot reading here. I am opening it up to whatever updates through Love and Life that the guides want me to channel for on behalf of today. I do have a feeling it will be about twin flames a little bit, but also more so I am going to open it up. I'm going to open it up to whatever messages just need to be channeled through it. So I'm not going to limit it to that. But they may or may not speak about that. What I then want to focus on specifically is channeled messages for September. As you guys have heard for the last couple live streams, we've had a bit of an imminent feeling that September is going to be one for the record books. The interesting thing that I just saw yesterday before any of this, or after I was censored on TikTok, I was scrolling around on TikTok, and apparently there is a category 4, or soon to be category 4 hurricane headed for New Orleans. Massive, massive, massive hurricane. And I do have a feeling that September will carry more than we thought in terms of things to be prepared for. So I do want to talk about that. I do want to open that up to the guides to see what they have to say more about September. And we'll do our tarot as normal. We will also open it up for channeled messages before the tarot. And then we will close out with Q&A as we normally do. Okay, so this may be a shorter one than normal. But just know that I will be going live much more frequently now and talking about different things, but still things hopefully that can benefit all of us. Okay. All right, opening the ceremony here now through the power of unconditional love, calling in the guides and angels, loved ones, masters, and wise ones. Please join me here now and today, angels of light. Unconditional love, peace, justice. Light, peace, and justice. Thank you so much for being here. Through the power of unconditional love, please allow me to channel for the highest good and healing of those watching here now on Twitch and on YouTube. I appreciate you. The ceremony is now open. Here we go. So I have a feeling that this channeled reading is going to be one that dives into specifics. Just look up Paola, Paola Michelle on TikTok. Paola Michelle. By the way, she didn't know I was going to do this. I didn't know I was going to do this, so she might be a little surprised. Oh, Jesse, thank goodness you're here. Good. Hey, man, help protect the chat for me, will you? I appreciate you, brother. All right. If there's anyone that comes in while I'm not looking. All right. The power of unconditional love and light, angels and guides. What do we need to know for our highest good and healing? Specific details now on what is to come, what we need to be aware of, and messages here for the highest good of all. Let's get this camera going. As always, if there's any mic issues or anything like that, please let me know. I think it looks good. You guys would have told me, I'm sure. All right. For the collective here now, what are the messages we need to know the most here? Now more than ever, if you are called in any way to rise, here and now, if you have been feeling a deep soul responsibility to rise, to speak, to express, to stand for what you know and believe and feel is right, now is the time. This does not have to be on stage. This does not have to be in front of many people. It can be in front of one person. However, you who show the way, your responsibility is awoken here and now. If you are not already feeling this, you will be feeling this very, very soon. It is the most critical time for you, for us, for all of us to express our truth and to step into the God-given responsibility that we have to lead the way. Part of the you who show the way that's been channeled to us for many times is not just in love, although that is included with this twin flame rising collective. It is in our ability to express our own truth of light, our own definitions of what is truly best for everyone around us, and to not hold back. That time has come. Do not be concerned about money. Do not be concerned about money. Do not be concerned about finances. You will be provided for. Part of who you will be provided for is your masculine, is the masculine, is the love of your life. Part of who and how you know who your masculine is if he is your heart. Is he your heart? Is he in your heart? Does he care with his heart? Is he there with his heart? Does he give from his heart unconditionally? Is his heart open and is his heart free? This is how you know. It is no one else but him. And you will know. You will know and you will feel the difference. Here and now you will feel and know the difference. Now, part of this may feel a little uncertain, a little scary here for the feminine, as you can see. She may feel a little bit off to the side. She may feel a little bit beneath him. She may feel a little bit down, depressed, or anxious about what she is able to provide. Do not let that illusion deceive you. You and your beingness is just as important to him and his rising as his own persistence and work. As you see with the cards as they're laid out, he would not be able to rise without you as a foundation for him. The divine feminine is here to help provide the stability and foundation for her masculine to rise. Please know in your heart of hearts how invaluable and incredible this value is that you can give to the world and to your masculine, through your masculine. It is your power which emanates through him that allows him to rise. And he needs to rise now more than ever. He will be the one that needs to rise and to battle more than ever. Please, do not be afraid or ashamed of this. Somewhere inside, there may be the perception lingering around still that this is not worthy. This is not worthy. This energy, this way of being, this support, this foundation, that this is not worthy enough. This is not valuable enough. This is not powerful enough. This is not enough. This is not enough. I'm hearing. It is more than enough. Let me be very clear, divine feminines. You will feel your own power reflected back to you through the energy of your masculine. You will feel your own impact on the world and the reflection of your own power, strength, and energy reflected back to you through the expression of your masculine. The more powerful, the more light, the more strong, and the more impactful your masculine becomes is the exact same connection and correlation to how powerful, how impactful, and how light your energy has become too. And this energy comes together and is reflected back to the world together. Let it be known that your masculine as well will never, ever forget this, will never, ever ignore this, and will never, ever take from your energy for his own selfish gains. He will always know where it truly comes from. And if he does not, he is not your masculine. You must choose. You must choose. There are two equal but opposite matches here, existing. Nothing wrong with either one. Just different. Different choices, different possibilities, different outcomes in different lives. But you must be willing to choose. One of these will be more karmic in nature, meaning that surrounding one of these pairs will be the karmic lessons necessary for you or for both to understand and to allow to culminate so that you can move forward and be with the person that is in your heart. This person is not in your heart. This person may be in your soul. They may be in your energy. They may even be in 5D contact with you or spiritual contact with you, but they are not in your heart. And how you know the difference between the two is what your heart tells you. And where you find this person. There's a very strong and very tangible difference between this. And some people, many people will be caught in the illusion that this person that is a match, that is in their soul, that is connected with them in the 5D, possibly the 3D, that this is their twin. But it is not. Because the true twin soul connection lies within your heart. And your heart space alone. And we must all be willing to make that choice and that differentiation. That will be the final choice. But please know that there are karmic implications to this choice. And it is required, I'm hearing very strongly, to know the difference. And in order to know the difference, because it is very, very difficult to know the difference between these two. One is in your heart. The other is in your energy. And the other is shrouded in darkness. But it will not seem like that. It will not seem like darkness. It will seem like a 5D connection. It is your heart that will show you the way. So to know the difference of who this is, you must be willing and brave enough to ask the truth to be shown to you in your heart. And as your heart shares with you this truth, you will be shown the way. You will be shown the truth. And you will be torn away from any illusion that surrounds you now. You who shows the way. Many, 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 many people are in this illusion now. And that's why I'm speaking of it. I've experienced this personally. And we must be willing to choose. And when that choice is made, be willing to speak, be willing to shout, be willing to express that truth so anyone else who is also in that illusion can see the truth as well. This person is coming. And a choice must be made. A choice will and must be made. Now, part of what must happen in order to make this transition from the false to the truth, part of what must happen is we must be willing to claim our sovereignty of what we want and what we deserve and what is for us. This Queen of Wands energy is what is required. As you can see, it's between these two, this pair. It is what is required to own and to transition from what is false to what is true. And what I mean by that is there will be a very, very stark difference in what you were able to receive back and what you were able to experience with this person here, who is not in your heart, who is in your energy alone, versus what the person in your heart will give and can give and wants to give. The desire to reciprocate fully to what you can give and what you are. The desire to reciprocate what you can give and what you are is the most important single marker when it comes to knowing who your person is. Because when that demand is made, and the demand is not made necessarily through words, it's made through actions. It's made through what you're willing to do, to feel, and to be. That stand, Queen of Wands. Only then will this transition fully occur. When you can find the person that is already in your heart. Now, I see a few of you asking on here in the chat, what if we haven't met our person? What if we don't know who our twin soul is? What if we don't know who we're talking about? If you are here and if you are listening to these messages and you feel in resonance with them, even though logically it doesn't make sense, then it is things you will need to know. Let me address that very clearly. It is things you will need to know. If you feel like you need to be here and to know, then this is what you will need to know soon. You will need to know the difference here. Some of us, we're all in different parts of this journey, right? Some of us are going through this now. Some of us have already gone through this. Some of us will go through this. We're all at different stages. We are not all at the same timeline. Remember that. But if you were here listening, remember that these are timeless messages. And when Spirit decides that you need to hear these messages is when you will hear them. And I don't mean that as some bogus, bullshit tarot reader who goes, yeah, always listen. Trust me when I say, I know these messages are timeless. So know that when you hear them is when you need to know them. Now this Nine of Pentacles shows up here, which is a little funny to me, a little surprising. But the other message is very clear too. Your person will never restrict you from expressing everything you'd like to express, or will never doubt what you are here to express. Will never restrict who and what you want to express yourself as. Your true person will never do this. Your person will encourage you to express what you are here to express. Your person will help you to discover what you are here to express and who you are here to be. Your person will never feel threatened by this, will never feel that this is wrong or triggering or combative in any way. Quite the contrary. Part of the feminine here specifically claiming what she is, what she wants, what she deserves, what she needs, is also allowing herself to feel safe and powerful and succinct in her own expression and her own ability to be what she truly is, without hesitation, without doubt, and without the external restriction of any person or especially masculine in her life. This is very important aspect to know what is a marker for the truth of who her person is, who your person is. And it will be very obvious. It will be very obvious the difference between the generosity of energy, time, dedication, and effort coming from your true person versus someone who is an illusion. An illusion. An illusion. Okay. Ten of Swords and the Hangman here. Ten of Swords and the Hangman. Couple multi-dimensional messages here with this Ten of Swords. A couple messages here. Number one, there's a person here. For most of us listening, this will be a masculine. Toxic ex-masculine or person that will be coming back from the past for the feminine. I am getting that. Where things ended abruptly. And be very clear. This is a past person with masculine qualities or masculine energy, female or male, masculine energy, who has the desire and will be coming back, where things ended very abruptly and very certainly out of nowhere. This person is drawn to you as you are more and more free, as you have released, as you release and as you have released their energy from your soul, have seen through the illusion, this person will come immediately back as if drawn in. The more that you release them, the more that you see through the illusion, the more that they will come back in. This is a toxic, karmic, past ex person with masculine energy, very specific, where things ended abruptly, out of nowhere, and with certainty. Now, this person has been in hiding for quite a while, or they've been dormant, or they've been biding their time, or they've been waiting for the perfect time to do this. And this has been coming through many channeled readings now, very consistently. But the time is drawing near to where they will make their approach, and there must be a choice made at that time. And this choice will dictate a lot of the future events that come to be. The other side of this, so there's multiple messages with these two cards here. That is one. The other one is for the Divine Feminine specifically, telling her that a phase of her life, a phase of her way of being, a phase of her dynamic of life is coming to an end, is ready to end. She is transitioning into a full new way of being, deeper, deeper, deeper into her feminine, deeper. And this will require a transitionary time, the Hangman here. It will require patience as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Hermit come out, because I feel Hermit energy too. So she must know and be aware of the fact that, yes, she, the feminine, you, the feminine, are in the middle and will be going through a very big transition in your energy. And yes, it may feel like things are or will need to be put on hold for a little while. Just know that this is part of the process. Okay. Wow, very, very powerful cards, the energy in these cards here. Ooh, wow. Yeah. This side over here, I'm telling you, okay, this was a deep love. This was a deep love affair between you and them from the past. This was deep. This was a strong connection. Very strong bond. Okay. That again ended very abruptly, ended very certainly and uncertainly at the same time. And we will all have to decide at this point in time, when the offer is made to come back into union with this person, what we will decide and choose for good and for life. This will be a life-changing decision coming up. But do not be deceived, because this is very different from the twin soul union. This is a love union that is outlined and shadowed by a silhouette of darkness, the Ten of Swords. It is also silhouetted here in the essence of falseness and false apologies, false offerings. And we must be willing to see the difference in that. That is why it is so important right now that we see through all of the illusions, all of the darkness. Because this is rooted in darkness over here. This is for the feminine collective. Now, Four of Wands over here with the Chariot card. We also must be prepared to travel. This is what I'm getting very strongly. We also must be prepared to travel soon. And by preparing, I mean allowing our intuition and our soul to guide the way as to where we must be located. And this will be your protection, I'm hearing. What your soul tells you through this internal work and meditation will be your protection to keep you safe during the times to come. And we must be willing and open to move and to travel in order to sustain this. Do not be afraid. Do not be hesitant. Do not be closed off. If your soul tells you that you have to go somewhere, please listen to it. Yes? Very important. Yeah, they're saying 3 more. Ten of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. At this point in time, because I have the Two of Pentacles here underneath the deck, we have the Ace of Swords, the Lovers, the Page of Pentacles. At this point in time, in the near future, when this person from the past, or this person rooted in darkness, or having a dark karmic connection with you, with the past that you have undergone where it has ended abruptly and certainly and uncertainly at the same time, this is where and when and how you will be able to determine the truth once and for all. There will be spoken words and communication here, apologies, notions, grievances, regrets. There will be all the things. There will also be the discovery here of the false twin. Of the false twin. They are saying this very loudly. There will be the true discovery of who the false twin is at this point in time when this is done. This false twin will come forth and claim that you are theirs, claim that they are your person, claim that they are your twin or soulmate, claim that they have a spiritual connection with you, claim all of the things that you've ever wanted to hear from this person. When they come forth, those will be the things that they say. And you must be willing to see through the facade that exists. And part of how you will do this is by checking in with your heart now and then and ever, all the space and time in between, about whether or not who I'm talking about is your person or not. There may be someone now who's entered your life. There may be someone that comes in very soon. Either way, you will know. One will be of your heart, one will be of your energy, and one will be rooted in darkness, deception, and karma. And it is your karma to see through this darkness and to choose the truth. Funny. I seen 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, or it's 10 of Pentacles first, then 10 of Cups, and now back to 10 of Pentacles. So your person is here. Your person is here. They are coming. When I say they are here, they are already with you. You need not do anything else but check your own heart. Your person is here with you now. Your person's here with you now. That's very strong. Those of you guys listening, even if you haven't met them yet, your person's here. Ask and it will be shown to you. Ask and it will be seen. Okay? They're very clear. But it may, they're saying, be something that is unseen as well. But they're here. They're here. And they're coming. This decision here, this karmic decision, will have implications again for the world. It is a choice we must all make and decide upon. And the more of us that pass this karmic test through love, through the trials of true love, through the trials of illusion, through the trials of what darkness has used in the facade of true love to lead us down a certain path, to lead us astray, will have implications for the world massively. Your choice as well, I'm hearing, will set you free. Your power will be returned in ways that you cannot even imagine by saying and making this decision. And all that has been lost from you or taken from you will be returned. All that is lost, that has been taken from you from this karmic situation, will be returned in full. Be ready. This is coming. Final 3 advice cards for this reading. Thank you, guides and angels. Notice it looks like a diamond. I didn't notice that until now. Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, and the Hermit. There is the Hermit card. And Death. So feminines specifically, it is your time to be with yourself. It is your time to release yourself from any self-imposed bondages or blindfolds that have been put over your eyes by yourself or others to see through the illusion and to receive what is rightfully yours in love and in life. Feminines, take this time as you need to spend with yourself, to hermit, to take space, to reflect, to be with yourself and no one else, so that you can see. Because it is required that you see here and now. Through the power of unconditional love, it is required you see the truth here and now. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for the donations as well, by the way. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, let me read some comments here, and then we'll transition into the astrology as well, okay? So give me 1 second here. I'm going to read some comments, and we're going to go straight into it. Make sure that we're good to go. All right, let's see what's going on. Thank you guys as well for being here on Twitch. Again, for those of you guys on YouTube joining in, there is no TikTok live today because I've been censored and banned temporarily for 24 hours from yesterday's live stream. So we are going to be transitioning into Twitch from here on out as much as possible, since they are censorship free from what I understand. And we will continue to switch platforms as we need to. So just a quick announcement there. As another quick favor and ask, please do me a favor and like this video and subscribe if you haven't already to my YouTube channel, Science of the Soul and Stars. It helps greatly for this video to be seen for those who need to see these messages and to spread the word from the guides and angels. So thank you. Christina says, thank you. You're welcome. Little Adams girl, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Tina, thanks. Oh my goodness, says Emily. Here comes the brides. Dorado says, absolutely, Tina. He's always with you in spirit. Do you really, never really without him. Aim to be complete within yourself by yourself. Awesome. Awesome. Good. Cool. All right. How you guys doing? I mean, let's check in for a second before we transition here, both on Twitch and on YouTube. If you guys have questions as well, okay, either about the reading or about the twin soul journey overall, or anything else, then please feel free to ask them, and I will be answering them later on in the reading as well. Okay. Pam Bam 8 says, is it possible that what you channeled today had already passed, or is it more likely to happen in the coming days? I would say, okay, well, anything's possible. I would say if you're listening and hearing these messages now, that this is still to come. I have a very strong feeling that if you're listening to this now, this is all future timelines and orientation. Okay, so I would not say that this is something that has already passed. Even if something's similar, I feel like it will be something to come. Okay? Again, could be different for everyone, so take it with how it resonates with your own soul. But that's what I'm feeling around that. Okay, let's get into, I'm going to actually, you know what I'm going to do? Forgive me, guys. I'm going to just bite an apple because I haven't eaten, and the moment I started channeling, the hunger started flaring up, and I thought it was going to be fine. So let me just bite an apple, and then we will get into the astrology. That way I have plenty of energy to continue with the astrology. So give me 2 seconds here. All right, 2 seconds. I have a feeling that this astrological portion, you're welcome, Pam, this astrological portion is going to be very important because I keep seeing 111 viewers here. Go easy on the apple, okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, and there she is. There's Miss Paola. So everyone take a look, and definitely go follow Paola on TikTok. She will be doing an amazing job of and for the Divine Feminine in her channeled messages here. All right, so let me take a bite of this apple. Then we will be going into the astrology and channeling the truth here and now for September. And whatever the guides want us to know, I do feel that there are some important messages going on. By the way, if you guys want to give a premeditated, premature follow on Twitch, so that you have access to all of the platforms as I continue to speak and possibly go through some censorship stuff. The Twitch username I have is, I believe it's btobias6 on Twitch here. So twitch.tv/btobias6 if you want to continue to follow me and make sure that we have contact as well. Okay. Here we go. I noticed that. Are we going to get the ASMR crunch? I'm going to try not to. And yes, Paola is on Instagram, as well as Shaylee Moultrie. So if you guys are looking for Twin Flame updates, Twin Flame channelings, Twin Flame support, as I transition away into my next phase and mission, please go follow both of them, Shaylee Moultrie and Paola Michelle, both very powerful Divine Feminines. And they will be taking over in many ways, I'm sure, for the Twin Flame Collective and Twin Soul Collective here. Okay? All right. Okay, guys are saying to stop on September 5th here. Let's take a look. We'll see what goes on. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I'm going to go through September. Let me just see what they want me to say and talk about and why September. They're saying there's some drastic updates that need to be shared. Very important that we are aware energetically of what's going to occur here in the coming month. They're saying month. I was going to say months. They said month. So it is very important. They want us all to be prepared again. because September is upon us here. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a dude who typically is, predicting things and, doing that sort of thing, but they have been giving me a lot of information. They did call out like the natural disaster, and now we're seeing this hurricane come in, and I think that's going to be part of this. But anyways, let's just go into it. My goal here for all of us is to be fully aware and prepared to the fullest extent we can, to be able to face and again prepare for what's to come in the month ahead, and months if we have time and energy. But let's go into it. So they said to stop it. And again, 111 concurrent viewers. So this is something very strong that they want me to channel for. September 5th, and it is 1:22 on this time clock here with 111 concurrent viewers. Lots of angel numbers going on. So we have Sun here in Virgo making a trine to Uranus, Sun squaring as well the North Node, and also squaring at the South Node in Juno. Okay. So this will be the rising, the continued rising of personal power through the friction and growth created through romantic connections, through the twin soul connection, and the continued elevation of our own frequencies, knowledge, gifts, and abilities. Okay, our ability to personally come into power and to rise through the friction and growth created through relationships and the twin soul connection, and our interaction with and through others as well. Okay. We also have Moon here opposing Jupiter in Aquarius and in Leo here. So yes, this is Moon in Leo, Sun in Virgo here, and making this trine over to Uranus in Taurus. Square to South Node with Juno here. So I'm making double squares here. South Node, North Node, Ceres, and Lilith here. Yeah, so I do, and then Mars as well in Virgo opposing Neptune here in Pisces here. Yeah, so what this looks like to me is it's a strong revelation or realization of the extent of our spiritual gifts and powers, and they're saying psychic abilities that have the opportunity to impact many people around you. Okay. So this will continue to elevate and to escalate. They're saying to be fully prepared to be completely a different human being than what you've ever expected or what you've ever thought or known yourself to be. And what they mean by this is that you're going to be getting integrated parts of yourself from above. They're saying from your higher self, this integration will complete or fill in the missing links or energetic gaps in frequency that will allow you to be strong. Psychically, intuitively, energetically, in all ways, in accordance with your natural gifts here. So they are saying, and this was also in the tarot reading as well, channeled for the Divine Feminine, part of your hermit mode or your hangman process here, as you hang and pull back your energy a little bit, is to go through this elevation or this escalation and evolution, they're saying, in your superpowers, your gifts, your psychic and intuitive abilities, but you will feel very different. You will feel like a different person, a different soul. And this isn't anything to be concerned about. If this is something you guys are going through, it's because you're actually integrating parts of your higher self into your current soul self. So what they're showing me is, and part of this was channeled from my good friend Shaylee again, but what is happening is we have a higher self, right? And that higher self has split off parts of it that incarnate as individual beings that are a part of the main higher self, but they're sparks of, and they're pieces of the higher self, right? But let's just say there's one higher self overseeing this whole thing, but then that higher self is kind of split off into all these different beings at the same time in different dimensions and on different planets, right? So while at the same time me or my soul expression is here on Earth, my higher self is also living out a different experience, maybe on a different planet, or maybe as an angel, or maybe as a light warrior. And you're going to be, they're saying as well, you're going to be getting these visions or these visuals very strongly about your other parts of yourself. This makes sense? So you're going to be connecting to these other versions of you at the same time you're living this experience, but you're living it in a different world or different experience. Does that make sense? So what they're saying is if you're getting these visions or these downloads about you having a different experience right now through dreams, through visions, through, things that come to you, that's actually you living it. You're actually living that experience in a different dimension or different world or different part of the galaxy. They're not just visions. They're saying this is the other parts of you. Now, my point with this is saying, and the reason why, the reason why you're going to be feeling different is because right now they're saying there's a higher priority of power that, and essence, they're saying, that needs to be given to the earthly you. Does this make sense? So they're saying there's a higher priority for the need for your higher self to dedicate more of its essence, right? This is so funny. Those of you guys who've seen or are aware of Dragon Ball Z, you know how Goku said, I don't know who's going to know this, but in Dragon Ball Z, you know how Goku gathers a spirit bomb, right? And in order to gather this spirit bomb, Goku raises his hands and he says, beings of the earth, beings of all the planets in the galaxy, lend me your energy, right? And so all the people in the universe around him are like, put their hands up and they lend Goku their energy so he can, use it to destroy the evil villain. They're showing me a visual of this happening, but with you or each of us and our higher self. So we are on a soul level requesting access to more parts of ourself right now. So if you feel energetically like you are transitioning or you are like getting more and more powerful, more and more strong, more and more present, and more energy, right? Like more access to your vital energy or the vital energy, it's because you are asking for this and you're being prioritized. Your earthly incarnation is being prioritized to be given this energy, okay? So they're saying as this happens, you're going to feel different. You're going to be activating more gifts. You're going to be raising your own frequency. You're going to be more powerful and you're going to be more noticed as well. So be ready to be noticed, to be ready to be felt, and be ready to trigger as well other people around you. This is also very strong because, as I've mentioned, there is a certain group, a certain light army, a certain diamond collective here and now and in the future that will be receiving this energy. So they're saying this, when I said diamond collective in the last live stream, I meant, and they're saying more now, that there are more of us. This is the diamond collective that will be receiving this extra energy, so to speak, or this access to extra energy because we've done the work. So what they're saying is the reason why this diamond collective is special is because we've done the inner work that will allow us to wield or to handle these extra levels of energy that is going to be required to fight this, to battle this spiritual war. So that is why, if you are feeling energetically different. Now, here's the thing. There is a certain group of individuals who are in this collective, and it's not like a tribal or exclusionary thing or anything like that. It's just that not everyone has done this work to be able to wield the extra energy of light that is coming in, because there's a certain amount of work you must do to qualify, they're saying, to be able to receive this extra energy, right? So those people on this planet who are not in that collective or are not there yet will start to be separated from you, okay? And not in a bad way, but it's like your light, your energy will become so strong that it will automatically kind of trigger, or in some ways really offend, or not offend, but it'll really hit them. You know what I mean? So anyone who's not ready for that is, and especially because maybe they've known you before this started happening, you started getting upgrades in your soul, it's gonna do some drastic things. Okay. So just be ready for this. Don't take it personally if people, are steered away from you, or they are triggered by you, or you get whatever targeted. This is going to start happening, I'm hearing, to this Diamond Collective, and it's because we were, again, the ones who were chosen to show the way. And again, it's not an exclusionary thing. It's not that we're better than anyone at all, by the way. So We got to watch our egos, right? Right, feminines? So don't be afraid. So don't be afraid to accept and to embrace this and to be willing to trigger those who are around you. Your light, right, your triggering will help them to do the work necessary, to help expose them to be able to do the work necessary should they choose it, to become part of this army, part of this diamond collective that they're showing me. Okay? All right. Shine bright like a diamond. Yes, 100%. All right, let's continue on. So they're saying September 7th is also important. So yes, we have the moon here in Virgo conjunct Mars, opposing Neptune and the Earth as well. But very, very loosely, about 10 degrees away in terms of the opposition. We've also got moon conjunct Mars in Virgo trine Pluto in Capricorn almost precisely. In fact, we might get an exact conjunction here. Let me see if I can get it to match up exactly. I'd be willing to bet, maybe not. Okay, never mind. We're not going to see that exactly, but close. This is an important one, this alignment. Tabitha, I did not just start. We've been on for about an hour and 40 on YouTube as well. So if you want to watch that, go back. You can go back. Okay, Mars conjunct the moon here in Virgo, trine Pluto and Capricorn here. They're saying, and then with this opposition here, very, very important day on September 7th for whatever reason. Oh, wow. And then look at what the time ended up being. Exactly 12:22 p.m. PST. I promise I did not plan that to happen, but that is the time showing on the charts at that time. So at 12:22 p.m. PST, with this particular alignment, both this opposition as well as this trine here, they're saying be ready for the pronounced escalation of the electromagnetic forces that will run through you and electrify you at that time in a way that will appear to zap both yourself and others around you in a very succinct and powerful way. The candle to my left, by the way, from St. Jude is flickering very strongly as I say these words. It's like flickering. I just saw it. I have a candle lit here. This will be a very tangible electromagnetic force. Those of you guys, you'll have to let me know if any of you guys have been feeling this, like feeling this kind of energetic uprising coming in your system. It's only going to get stronger. So you have to be ready for this. You have to be prepared, okay? This day here will be a very, just, they're saying to be prepared. It's a highly potentiated day, highly potentiated or charged day for us to integrate and to wield this electrifying energy, electromagnetic, but they're emphasizing the electric or masculine energy on this day in particular, both feminine and masculine. Okay, there will be an electrification, a zapping that occurs on this day. So they're saying this is simply for transformational purposes. It's not anything to wield or to consciously dictate what happens with this energy, but they're just wanting us to be aware that there will be some tangible and intensive energetic changes and feelings that happen on this day. Okay, good. Is there anything else on that day that, keep going, all right. I just really wanted to alert us on that one. All right, let me know. September 12th, they're saying, all right. And they want me to keep it at 12:22. Okay. Oh, wow. It changed the diagram drastically. Wow. All right. So I can see why. So powerful, powerful day. Moon becomes conjunct with South Node and Juno here. With Moon opposing North Node, Lilith, and Ceres here. Choice day, they're saying. This will be choice, the decision day, right here. Right here. It's being made very obvious. This will be decision day. I'm getting a feeling that this will be the day and time, around this time, that you will make the karmic choice and decision that dictates the rest of your life and the world as well. Very important day here. There will be a big decision that must be made. And that decision must be made from the heart. Okay? Funny that they're saying not necessarily even the soul, but the heart. And I want to emphasize one more time, because remember, we have Lilith energy here too. We have Lilith energy. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. Let me just, you guys know I have a love and a respect and even perhaps an unhealthy attraction to Lilith energy. You guys know that. Okay, I've admitted I've talked about that. You guys have made fun of me about that before. I dig Lilith a little bit. I'm not going to lie. However, Lilith can also be deceptive. Okay? Lilith can also be on the shadow side of Lilith. She can be manipulative. She can be deceptive. She can be conniving and deceiving. Okay? She can be very shadowy. Now, there are higher light sides and shadowy sides to every energy and every planet. So I'm not saying that Lilith is bad. Okay? Please don't mistake me for that. But there are qualities of Lilith that dictate these things. We know that Lilith, the nature of Lilith, is a dark energy, right? Again, not a bad thing. I'm not against Lilith at all. Lilith is necessary at times, right? For protection for the divine feminine. We all have Lilith inside. Lilith has gotten a very bad rap because men are terrified of her, right? Because she can devour men alive, like a black widow devouring her mate. So we must be very cautious, and we must be able to see through this illusion and this darkness, and be willing to make this choice through and because of the light. All right? Ceres and Lilith here. Both feminine energies. Both very opposite feminine energies, by the way. Okay? One comes from the darker realms. The other comes from the earth. This is why there is a choice here between dark and light. Earth or deception. This is also a day, by the way, we want to talk about deception on the earth. Deception of and from and because of the earth. The attempts to deceive Mother Earth. Does this sound familiar? Mankind's attempts to meddle with and to deceive the power of earth and nature has gone on long enough. It has not been proven or shown conclusively yet, but it is coming. The revelation as to whether or not this virus that we are dealing with is man-made or natural. Because I have a very strong feeling that it has been told or presumed to come from the earth when it has not fully. So the themes of deception and earth and the wrath that happens when the earth is deceived, when the feminine is deceived, that comes from the darker side of Lilith, all coming out. And in the end, we will be shown the truth. The earth will set things straight and right, because the earth does not like being deceived. The feminine does not like being deceived, taken advantage of, stolen from, misused, and abused. This will not stand. So let the wrath Let it be known and seen that the wrath of which we have deserved, of which we have earned from and through the divine feminine, be received in full here and now, and to be taken as a rightful correction to the natural status and balance of the earth. This will not be easy, but it will be necessary. And divine feminines, should there be the one or ones who attempt to continue to deceive, to manipulate, and to take advantage of your femininity, then allow the fullest extent of the power of the darkness and Lilith inside to come out without hesitation, without apology, and without forgiveness. Because that wrath must be felt. We talk about the lion. The Bible talks about the lion and the lamb in each of us. That we must know when this lion is to come out, this tiger versus the lamb. But that also we must be willing to tame and to hold that lion and to bring it back in when it is no longer necessary. But let it be known that the lion must come out when the lion is needed. The panther for you feminines. So this will be choice day. This will be decision day. This will be a day of unforgettable and long-lasting consequences for the world. And we must be ready. Okay? Okay. Let's continue on. See what else we got. "24th," they're saying. 24th. September 24th, 2021. They want me to go to 333. That's funny. I wonder why. They really are. I mean, they're not messing around with the angel numbers here. All right. I'm saying that's fine. Okay. Saturn in Aquarius. Trine the North Node, Lilith here, and Ceres. So we are in a grand trine here. Good stuff. We're in a grand trine, fixed grand trine. Aquarius, Mars and the Sun. Mars conjunct the Sun here. And North Node, Lilith, and Ceres here as well. Also Mars here, opposing Chiron. Good. Mars in Libra, conjunct the Sun, opposing Chiron in Aries. Okay. Wow. This will be a day with and for forgiveness. They're saying it's very important to be willing to forgive the past traumas that have occurred with and from and because of the masculine energy. This will be a day of surrender. This will be a day where we can finally release the need to fear and to distrust. The power and the sovereignty of the masculine energy. It will be a day for full surrender here. I'm hearing for the divine feminine specifically, this will be a day that requires the fullest extent of surrender to and for the masculine. And when I say surrender, it does not mean to allow them to be controlled or dominated or anything like that. It's not what I mean. But what I do mean is the fullest extent of trust that can be shared from heart to heart to allow the masculine to lead, to protect, and to show the way. In a very real and tangible way, not in the 5D or spiritual way. This is more the feminine's duty. But in a very tangible, real, 3D, I'm hearing like 3D, actualized, real life way. This will be a chance. This will be a day for which the feminine is asked to be willing to surrender that peace to the masculine or her masculine. Big day. If she can allow this, again, through the trust that she places in her own heart as to who and how this will be safe for her, then she will be protected. She will be taken and taken care of. And she will be loved beyond any and all perception that formerly existed in her definition of what it means to be loved. But this is the final opening or opportunity for that. And yes, this will be but it will be quite difficult to face and to open once again through the fears and the traumas that have occurred in her past, the feminine's past, will pop back up again in a big way. The fears, the traumas, the pains that have occurred in her past that have built her up to be willing to and able to choose in this moment that comes on September 24th will be the things that she must be willing to open and to trust once more. And if she can be willing to trust and open just one more time, then this will be the time that she will not be deceived. I'm hearing greatness lies within and without. On this day, it will be made apparent. Not sure what they mean by that. True greatness will be made apparent within and without on this day. And I think what they're saying, because I'm getting a very strong feeling of incoming guidance here. There's a message they have for the feminine, specifically, and I'm speaking at 111 again, current viewers. The message is that greatness sometimes lies in the decisions that we are able to make internally versus externally. Meaning that greatness sometimes does not lie in the external affairs or the external appearances or the external decisions or work that we have been trained and deceived to think is great. Many times it lies in the decisions that must be made within. And they're saying this is your opportunity to be great. This is your opportunity and leap into greatness. To be willing to have the courage to open and to trust one more time. They're saying there are many different ways of greatness, many different paths. Not everyone's version of greatness is the same. But they're saying on this day you will have that chance to be great through your internal decisions alone and your internal courage alone. They're saying do not forget that. Okay. I don't know who that was, but that was a strong presence. That message was not for me. I believe it was from Jesus. I felt like him. Okay, thank you. Last day here of September, September 30th. I can feel the collective energy with that statement from the feminine. I do hope it serves you guys. All right, last few messages here. September 30th. What's really weird is they keep telling me September 31st for some reason, but September 31st doesn't exist. So I don't know why you guys are telling me September 31st as a joke. Did that used to exist? I don't know why they're saying that, but September 31st. It doesn't exist. Okay. So let's see. What do you guys want me to look at? Okay. They're saying look at the overall picture and channel from there. So, all right. They're saying from here, from this point on, the collective energy will be at its strongest. It will be at the pinnacle. From this point on, currently now that we're speaking, up until this point, September 30th, there will be a continued escalation of sorts that happen within the collective energy. Remember, we've been talking about the energetic downloads that come from the higher selves, the escalation of the psychic, intuitive, and energetic abilities, the visions and the downloads, and the integration, the decisions being made, by the way, which are going to play a vital have a vital importance in the continued escalation of our light power. They're saying at this point now in September 30th, this will reach a peak or a climax of sorts in the accessibility that we have as a collective to access our power. Now, the only thing they're saying at this point to do or to have is to have faith continued from this point on, okay? This will be the point in which the momentum begins to shift. Or they're saying actually has the opportunity to shift. That's the thing. Because again, whatever battle we're going to be going into here is not predetermined, right? I'm not getting the fact that we are automatically going to come out victorious in this from a channeled level. Obviously, I have all the confidence in the world that we will and we shall, no matter what. However, they are saying at this point in time, we will be at our strongest. The army of light, the collective, the power in which we've received will reach a climax and a peak, an extensiveness here that will allow for the momentum to shift should we choose to enact it. Okay, so there will be many different opportunities here. Now, what it means on an individual and societal level is that the momentum for which we have gained and the momentum from which we have stepped into will be, it will have moved forward. It will have pushed back, okay, against the forces that be, 122.2 concurrent viewers and chat rate, so that we will have gained a foothold of sorts, okay? Now from here, again, should we continue to have faith and belief despite any and all of the attempts to censor, to silence, to oppose, to control from the forces of darkness and power, okay? Should we continue to have faith and be in our truth, we have nothing to worry about. We will overtake. This is when we will overtake, they're saying, and begin to push back in a very remarkable way. Fast as well, by the way. So once we hit this, because right now it's being, it's being pushed upon us. I'm saying that the forces of darkness, right? They have gained a momentum. They have gained a foothold of their own. They have gained a lot of movement and progress in our lives. But this is going to change. And by September 30th, we will have taken back our sovereignty, taken back our foothold, and we will be able to substantially push back on this. So individually, what it means is leading up to this point, it is vitally important to be in a place where we are choosing ourselves, choosing our truth and choosing our truest expression, and building up our confidence and energy within in order to be at our most powerful peak around this time, okay? Because this is when it will matter the most. This will be when it will matter the most, to have faith at this time. And we will be at our strongest, and I can feel the excitement at this time. The momentum will be incredible. And I cannot wait to be live with you guys on this day, to be shouting and encouraging the progress that we are making, because I will be here the entire time. I'm not going anywhere. Whether it's on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, I don't know. But I will be here with you all throughout it all. So have faith, have faith, have faith. The faith requirement is the strongest on this day in particular. Okay, all right. Do we have anything else? Okay, they're saying no, that's it. They're very strong. They just want us to be prepared for this month ahead. So that's it for the astrology there. Now, what I do want to do, let me see if there's anything else. Okay, no, there's not. They're saying that's it for now. That I've done my job for today. This is what needed to be spoken. There's nothing else they want me to speak about in particular today. As a human, I would like to still take questions personally, professionally, any question at all that you have for me and the current state of everything, and everything like that. I am going to, I'll tell you guys briefly, and then I'm going to take some questions here. It's an exciting time, right, Krista? So I will, again, I'm going to be building here on Twitch once again, and I'm actively going to be pulling more of my TikTok and YouTube to Twitch as a backup in case I continue to be censored. I will not stop talking ever. I'm likely going to begin as well posting on my other YouTube channel, which I have another YouTube channel. It's just Brandon Tobias. And right now it just has a vlog video about what I was shopping at the store. But I will likely begin to post content on that channel about the science of COVID, the science of the jab, the science of how the mRNA technology works, the science of how COVID works, how we can mitigate and heal and prevent COVID and what's to come. Specifically, all data and research and science backed, fact checked for much more than just 10 minutes. We had someone on TikTok say I should fact check myself for just 10 minutes to get, but there will be content like that just on my Instagram live, like on Instagram live. That type of content I'll start posting on YouTube as well until, and if, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if I get censored there, we'll bring it somewhere else. But that's where you can start to find me. I will still hold this weekly live stream. I will not stop having this weekly live stream on YouTube and Twitch. Hopefully TikTok allows me to continue speaking, but I can't risk it. So those are my plans. And let's get into some questions here, guys, before we close out. And I really appreciate your presence here. I will take questions from Twitch as well. We don't have too many viewers on here, so we'll take some questions from Twitch. TikTok, I'm censored until tonight around 10 or 11 p.m. So I will likely be going live as much as possible on TikTok until I can't, so that I can bring people over to Twitch and make sure we can continue speaking. Am I starting my lives earlier now? I aim to, yes. I will announce that officially soon, Tabitha. I know I've been at 1 o'clock typically. Today I was like, I just got to get on there earlier because I think earlier is going to be better from here on out. But I will say that officially. It's very possible it might be at 11 a.m. from here on out, PST. But I will keep everyone posted on that. Thank you for asking. Okay. All right, LA Extra. It's hard to let go and walk away or change my focus off my twin flame. Any suggestions? I hate my addiction to tarot now. Yeah, this is an addiction. I will be honest with you. I've experienced all this as well. Here's what I'll say is the best way, LA Extra, to break this addiction. Because look, I'll be honest with you. Let's just say it is. Like hypothetically, I'm going to believe you and say this is a twin flame or twin soul. There should never be a feeling of being so addicted to their energy that you are unable to focus on anything else. Okay? If it is at an unhealthy place, hear me now very clearly, if it is in an unhealthy place, meaning it feels like an addiction. And what does an addiction feel like, by the way? An addiction feels like something that you have no control over, or, right, that pulls you in and takes over all of the parts of your life that are really good. This is not the dynamic of a true twin soul connection, ever. So I would encourage you to look at the nature of that connection, the nature of your feelings around it, the nature of any darkness that exists between you guys, and ask your heart, because the heart knows. A healthy romantic connection, twin soul, twin flame, soulmate, karmic or not, it will not feel like an addiction. You will feel pulled to it. You will feel drawn to it. You will feel magnetically attracted to it like nothing ever before that's ever existed. But you will also have your freedom to be and do what you need to do. And if there is an energetic connection that feels as if it is drawing you in to that degree, it is not the truth. It is not of the light. And trust me when I say this twin soul connection is of the light. It is not rooted in darkness. I did a live stream a while ago. I want to tell you guys up front. I did a live stream a while ago where I talked about, on YouTube, the darkness. Where I was in a phase very much where I was exploring what darkness is and what it means and what it feels like. I don't know if you guys remember this. And that I had Lucifer come through and tempt me with the darkness. Tried to pull my ego. Tried to pull my temptations. Tried to pull this through the power that I felt. Lucifer himself. Okay. Many of you guys warned me that this was not good. Many of you guys said, Brandon, be very careful. And you were right. Part of what else I said was that the twin soul connection at that time should and is properly felt to be one side in the light and one side in the dark, because these are mirror opposites. Turns out this is not true. I was deceived and I was an illusion. And I feel responsible for telling all of you now, this is not the twin soul connection. Yes, this person may be connected to you. Yes, this person may be deeply connected to your soul, or you may have karma, or you may have love. But if it is rooted in darkness, it is not your person. Hear me now. And yes, they may feel like your equal but opposite counterpart. But if they are your equal and opposite counterpart rooted in the darkness, and they have chosen that path, then please be wary, because it is not as it seems. Okay? Thank you, Little Adams Girl, for the donation. Appreciate that. Okay. The true twin soul connection will feel of light. It will never be an addiction. Okay. These are your signs. Remember, I said that you would be getting signs. I don't know if I said it this live stream, but I've said in the past, you'll be getting signs that are attempting to alert you whether or not someone is an illusion or darkness. And this is one of them. The addiction is one of them. Okay. Okay. Completely evil and drained me of my energy. We got this, says Little Adams Girl. Miss H, so true, Brandon. All right, questions, guys. Keep them coming. Good. Tabitha says, I feel we need to do past life regressions to see what we need to do in this lifetime. Have you ever done a past life regression? I have not officially, but I've done many exercises in and to discover my past lives, yes, just with myself, but I've never done a past life regression. However, I know from secondhand experience through my good friend Shaylee, who I've mentioned many times, who has done and highly recommends this work and has changed the game because of it. So yes, I would say that that's a very great idea to do. By the way, she's still trying to get me to do that myself, and I haven't. Maybe one of these days. All right. Thank you, King David, for the attempt to donate. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, Monique says, last week when they censored the live right after you finished, my heart dropped. Yeah. Censorship is very real. Riri says, do I have gifts I need to use? I don't know where to begin, but I feel nudged. Yeah, of course you do, Riri. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have gifts, my friend. I would say just go in the first intuitive direction that you feel called to go to. Biggest thing. Whatever's been coming to you, this goes for everyone in this chat, right? If you guys feel nudged in a certain direction consistently or spontaneously, the biggest roadblock to actually developing your gifts or making progress in any way is the hesitation and or the doubt and or the stagnancy and or the apprehension of shaking things up and or choosing the wrong thing or going in the wrong direction. Let me be clear, you can never go in the wrong direction, by the way. And the only way you will discover what you're here to do in your spiritual gifts is by trying stuff. Many guys know this. I first officially got involved in spirituality by getting Reiki certified because I had a natural interest towards it. And these days, I don't really use Reiki much. I draw Reiki symbols and I, summon it sometimes, but I don't really use it much. But what it did is it set me on a path to discovering what I do like and what my strengths are. And I would never be able to channel who I am today without the first little discovery and exploration of Reiki, even though it's not what I was meant to do overall, I believe. Maybe it'll play a part later on. But yes, I would say if you feel nudged, the time is now. Don't hesitate anymore. The guides for you are saying don't hesitate anymore. It's time. That's what they'll give to you right now. Very strongly. Okay. I've got an awesome team watching over me. That's awesome. Crystal Marie, the person I'm with now, I've been with for almost 8 years, and I swore that they were my person. I feel it now. Probably have to do candle work. She separates the connection that we have. Jessica says, how do you protect yourself from people that drain your energy? Good question. I'll get on that in a second. Monique Tanberg, do not associate, use the word hate with all things, period. Ban the word. Did I use hate? If I did, I didn't mean to. How do you protect yourself from people that drain your energy? For Jessica here. So I would say one thing to do is that I've learned, and this is true for people you're interacting with or people on live streams, but you got to be willing to call that shit out immediately. All right. And so there's a difference here, though, in, let's say, people or even energetic attacks or disturbances that come your way. There's two scenarios here. One is like an unconscious, energetic, vampiric state that happens, right? Where people you're around become a little bit, now what, and maybe they're unconscious of it, okay? But the thing to do is to really stand and face it. Whenever you guys see me on my lives, I'm sure you've seen this before, when I'm moving my right hand or I'm snapping like that, this is a call. This is like a calling of my energy to come in and say, nope. You'll see me do this. I've done it on the last couple Instagram lives and TikTok lives where I'll snap and I'll stop talking and I'll really just face it. And that shit goes away instantly. So trust me when I say you guys have the power at any time, as long as you believe, to face that energetic interference or blockage anytime. Now, this can happen both, again, energetically, without maybe a strong awareness, but and then the same goes true too, like in conscious interactions with others. My policy, 222 here, is to talk or bring it up immediately. Even if there's someone I love and loves a friend or anything deeper, it's like, if I'm feeling triggered or if I'm feeling some type of way, I'm going to bring that shit up and address it. Because I have, and we have a right to speak how others make us feel. And then through that addressing, right, there are solutions that are presented or distance that occurs or work that is done. But my point is, the best defense is a good offense in some cases. The best defense, and spoken like a true Aries here, right? The best defense in some cases is a true offense, a strong offense. So whereas before I kind of used to want to like, I don't know, protect myself or put like bubbles around me. That's all good. Don't get me wrong. And it would probably help me to put bubbles of protection around me before I go live. But these days, because I can feel it happening in real time, I just address it immediately and it goes the fuck away. Okay? So this is what I mean. In every interaction that you have in real life, in the spiritual world, address it. So if, let's say you're hanging with someone who that's happening with, but they're unconscious of it. Maybe they're a friend or maybe they're an associate. You got to stop what you're doing. You know, don't make it weird, but stop what you're doing. Sense what's happening energetically between you guys and focus on it and stop it. And you will see the interaction between you and this person will change in real life, in real time. I had this happen recently. I won't go through the story, but thank you for the donation, LA Extra. You guys are being very generous today. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Is there a point? Let me get to the other questions first. Every day ask this, hey body, what's the next stepping stone we take today that gets me? Oh, I love that, Torn. Thank you for that contribution, Torn. I really totally agree with that. Great advice. Hello, Marnie, Marie. Hello. Oh, okay. All right, Monique's, yeah. I didn't think I said hate, but thank you for saying that. I don't know what my gifts are, but that's great advice. Thank you, Brenda. I'll take heed. Yes, Riri, just go. They're saying, your guides are very specific. They're saying just go after it now. That's it. You're going to be shown the way. You're going to be shown where to go and shown the way. They're very, very clearly, but you have to be willing to go. Just go. Okay? That's the advice for you. Good luck. Keep us posted. All right. Okay, Emily says, there are points when someone chooses a career path that it changes them fundamentally so much so that you can no longer be with that person. Is there a point when it changes them fundamentally? So here's the deal. So yes and no, but you gotta imagine the career path it's not because of the career path. It's because of their soul progression that came out because of the career path. Does that make sense, Emily? So the career path is simply a vehicle for change and evolution and transformation, but it was always meant to occur. The career path that changes someone, excuse me for hitting the mic, that changes someone is simply a vehicle for which that person's soul can evolve and grow and differentiate itself and move farther down its path that would then possibly result in separation from someone who's no longer on that same path or growing at the same rate. Oftentimes career paths as well, especially good ones, and whatever one you're talking about here I feel is good actually, just intuitively, are a vehicle for growth. Yeah. I would say that career paths are very strong, especially with the right people and companies, very strong vehicles for growth. So yes, I would say that's possible, but I would just take it one level deeper and say it's not the career that's changing, it's the soul that wants to change through the career, right? So that's what I would say, is that is meant to happen for sure. And this happens. But don't blame it on the career. I don't know what, don't blame it on the career. Just know that the career is only bringing out or allowing what the soul already wants to do. And sometimes, yes, this can result in taking you or others away because they're no longer meant to be together. Okay, well, Marnie has that same question, so I hope that helps Marnie. Emily says, like, I refuse to believe you meet the love of your life and you are denied that, but I really have been very disconnected for a full year. World needs love. What is meant for you can never be taken from you. Yes, my karmic ex you mentioned earlier contacted me yesterday as I prayed to let go and release my love. Wow. Okay. Wow, that's awesome. LA Extra. Peggy, love you too. Thank you. Stay strong. Keep going on live. I follow you on 3 apps, making sure I don't miss you. Oh, thank you so much, Peggy. That's very sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Good night, Peggy. Has to do with the military. Hala says, are you feeling like September is the month we will meet our twin in the 3D? If we haven't met already, what do the guides say? Okay, let me do a little bit of channeling here for what the guides have to say here. They're saying it'll be a mix of both here. All right, so again, in this, they're saying this matters with the timeline that you're on. So they want to be clear that the messages I am putting out, that they're allowing me, by the way, it's not me, they're allowing me to say these things for us, right? The messages they're allowing me to give to you guys at any given time are timeless. They're emphasizing that they're timeless. I should put that in the title, probably, but they're timeless, meaning that we're all going to be going through these energies at some point, right? But we're not all at the same point. But let's say you're just before or you're already going through this now, right? Because this could be something you might be going through now or just about to go into as well, okay? Because channeling for me, personally, it's a little bit ahead. They're showing me it's a little bit ahead of where we're at just now, but they want us to be prepared. A lot of this has been being prepared. This could be happening, though, 3 to 6 months for some people, right? Whereas some people, they might be meeting their person next week. So they're saying, anyways, it will be a mix. So depending on your progression and your own inner healing of where you're at on your journey, again, and we've said this before, this will dictate the speed at which this journey continues. So as you heal, you allow the opportunity for these energies to come in. And so everyone's gonna be going through the same energies, but they impact people differently depending on where they're at along their own journey. Does that make sense? So again, in order to speed this up or to be at the top, the fastest progression, it's about your own inner work. It's about your own focus on your own inner healing. It's about your release of your karma, of your darkness, right? Of your trauma. This is how you move forward, energetically speaking. So they're saying it will be a mix depending on where you're at. So some of us will be becoming more, they're saying most of us will be becoming more and most aware of them on a higher level, like the 5D or spiritual level, during September times. For some of us as well, it will be an opportunity to meet and to come into contact in the 3D. But in terms of, what we would call union, whatever that means, being together, no, I do not sense that. I do sense that that's going to be a little longer, okay? That's going to be, there is time still required for that, right? This hangman hermit energy is going to be lingering around for a bit. And there's tasks and duties for both sides to be doing, right? So that, and we channeled this before in the last live stream, that feels more like January of next year, January, February area time, okay? Where the opportunity to really come together physically and actually should, for those who are ready and who choose that will be the opportunity. September, again, this is going to be, again, a progression of coming together, but still not logistically able to be by each other's side, if that makes sense, or consistently by each other's side, but there will be a very strong, continuous escalation of the energetic pool together throughout September. Does that make sense? Okay. Is September still going to be a matter of survival spiritually? Yes, good question, Ali here on Twitch. I do still, yes. So in September, what they've told me is that there must be choices made, okay? There will be choices made that are influenced through the need or the necessity of survival. This is what they're saying, is there will be many choices here made throughout September that will be dictated by the need for survival and necessity, okay? Now, what they mean by that specifically, I'm sure it's a variety of things, but that is what they've told me. And yes, that still holds very true, I would say. Mm-hmm. They're also emphasizing, while it will be on both sides, it will be in particular on the divine feminine side, This will be on particular divine's feminine side where this decision, right? These decisions will need to be made. Okay. Okay. I hope that helps. Good question. You're welcome, Emily. Hope that helps. You're welcome, Marnie. Miss H says, I've been with you since day one on YouTube. Where I am today is so far removed from where I was, from darkness to light. To all of you in a dark place, the bright future waits. Thank you so much, Miss H. I feel the same way. We have all come so far. We have all come so far. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Truly. To all of you guys who have been with us since the beginning, and those of you guys who are new as well, like crazy, crazy journey, right? Crazy. We'll look back on this someday, and I think we won't even be able to believe like what we've been through, honestly. But it's pretty incredible. Anna Maria, I see you retracted a message. Don't hold back on what you want to ask, my friend. Hala, I've been feeling called to just keep forgiving, digging at my trauma, and diving deeper into the deeper quantum healing. Oh my gosh, Jessica, thank you for the donation. You guys are being extremely kind today. What did I do to deserve this? Goodness gracious. Thank you. Okay. So this makes sense. Okay, good, Hala. Halls I've been feeling doing at the same time. Little Adams I've been feeling someone is very close, want to figure it out, but trusting the divine. Good. Hala, yeah, it's been so interesting that I've started feeling his presence and now I want to figure out, but I need to surrender to the timing. Yes, yes, yes. So you guys start to feel, right, the more and more strongly. You have a kind soul. I see through the two things. Thank you, Jessica. We're going to laugh someday with love. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay. I think that's about it, unless there are any last minute questions either on Twitch or on YouTube. One last request, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you again for all the donations. You guys, I really appreciate you. Regardless of the donations, like, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for holding space for this divine masculine. Shouldn't laughter and love be our only forms of communication? I would agree with the love part, Jerry, but sometimes, again, the line must come out. And what is happening right now in the world and in the US is no laughing matter. And that is why I would say that, yes, while laughter and love are very healing and have their place, and love will always be at the forefront of our efforts of the light, that what is happening is no laughing matter. And that is what I would say to that. Please, if you haven't already, do me a favor, like the video on YouTube. Helps this video be seen by more people that need to see the message, those who are ready, those who want to see it. Please, if you haven't already and you want to be sure to follow me in all the places so that if I ever do get censored or restricted again, and progressively so, as is possible, seen here and now from TikTok Live last night, please follow me on Twitch. The link should be in the description of this video on YouTube. If not, the link is twitch.tv/btobias6. Feel free as well to shoot me an email at brandon.tobias888@gmail.com if you want to get in contact with me. If you have questions, I do make an effort to get back to as many emails as I can, but there is a limit to my capacity. And overall, if you are interested in not just twin flame content, but where my soul is leading me more and more, which is to talk about the science of health, the science of empowerment, the science of expression, and the up-to-date channeled guidance and research around current affairs and taking back and strengthening our own power and expression, then feel free to follow me on my other YouTube channel, which is just Brandon Tobias, and or my Instagram page at BT Speaks, where I'm actively posting content that is unbiased, factually driven, research-based, and objective about the science of the mRNA vaccine, about COVID, and everything and anything else the guides tell me to talk about. Okay? We will not be silenced, ever. Thank you guys again for being here. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.